This is Song Waffles. We waffle on for just as long as it takes to drink 2 beers. Song Waffles with City over Sand.
G'day and welcome back to Song Waffles with City over Sand. We're on to episode 9 now, and it's only been a very short 12 or 13 months since our last podcast. But how's it going, fellas?
Pretty good, thank you, Brad.
How's your last 12 months been?
Oh, solid.
Yeah.
Very solid.
There's a bit going on, hasn't there?
It has.
Yeah.
Travelled a few Ks.
Yeah.
Been to nearly the North Pole, nearly the South Pole in that time, literally.
Wow. How's that?
We've recorded a new track.
We have.
Took us 12 months.
Yeah, it did. That's why we've been so busy when we haven't been podcasting. So thanks for waiting. But I suppose we better get into Drop of the Week.
It's time for the Drop of the Week.
So you may recognise the bottles here, but these are some very special stubbies that we've been holding on to for a little while and been sitting in the cupboard for probably 15 or 16 months or whatever, but it's time to bring them out. And
They're one of a kind, aren't
here's
they?
a bit of a reveal. Have a look at that.
Boy.
Let's zoom in on that.
On closer inspection,
City over
it's not
Sand
a standard
VB.
Victoria bitter.
City over Sand sponsored VB. So we've had these on ice for a little while. So let's
We're revisiting
let's
after
crack it
our
open.
first episode because that was so delicious.
Episode 1, check back.
That's right.
Let's do it.
But we got to do it.
All right. That's right. They're a twisty.
Oh, and they're not very frothy. Not very fizzy. They could be
Let's
flat.
cheers on that.
They could be.
Who wants to go first?
Oh, I'm going to neck
It
it.
smells like port.
Oh, it does the trick.
It's beer.
Yeah,
It's still beer.
yeah, absolutely. Could be fizzier, but mate,
Yeah, that's,
first world problems.
I did think this out. I bought us just a little slider. Nurofen.
Just in case.
Always tends
Big pharma.
to go down well.
Preventative.
Your first sip of said VB.
Drink as directed. Drink responsibly.
You boys will thank me at 3 a.m. Okay?
Nah, we'll keep
Wash
that
it down.
Keep that down. But yeah, it's the time it takes to drink 2 beers this podcast. But you'll notice we've got 3 beers each on the fence because we were not exactly sure how that first taste was going to go. But I'm pleasantly surprised.
You sure, boys? You don't want to be
Fine.
shitty over sand tomorrow.
We'll see how that goes. All right, so be plenty happening in the sporting world of late, hasn't there, JK?
There has. I've missed a great portion of sport lately. I've been overseas and sports bet locked me out. So
Ah.
I've been breaking even for a good month.
Yeah, not bad. How'd you go on the cup?
Hey.
Oh, you had a
Got
win.
one. Finally got one.
Did ya?
Yeah, on the nose too.
Very good.
But I broke, what did I make? I made $1.87 because it broke me even from the rubbish I'd put on beforehand. So
Man, at least you're up.
yeah, I'll
I
take
had
it.
a
Take
just to it's related to that. I had a win during the week.
Yeah.
A couple of days after the cup.
it. On the Oaks.
No. It doesn't happen very often, but I'll show you. I've got my wallet here.
You slid a pint.
Do you carry cash, you guys?
Oh, it was cash is
I haven't had cash in my wallet for a while, but
Oh, Chris.
Pineapple.
one of these little pineapples presented itself to me on the ground
Oh,
Thursday afternoon.
Really?
So I had myself a little
that's battling inflation.
afternoon win.
Which
Oh, very
street? What
good.
time?
I'd rather not divulge,
Fair enough. Yeah.
Julesy, but
all right.
it was a moment
that-
in time that
Was it near the council chambers?
oh,
That is
again,
all right.
I'll keep that to myself.
Yeah, that's cool. Yep.
I had a little win. I had a little
Lovely. With nothing
an
down.
improvement to my day
Nothing
thereafter.
down.
Very good.
Oh, that's all right. You found any cash, BH?
Oh, mate, I donated to the fledgling racing fund during the week. I thought they weren't doing so well, so I thought I'd better
Prop 'em up.
donate.
Help 'em
Yeah, prop them up. Poor fellas.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't done so well this year. last year I did pretty good, and that was probably the last time we had our podcast episode was actually picking the cup, and my cup entry last year scratched, but then I chose another one and that came up.
That's
so
right.
that was good, but yeah, not this year. Can't win them every year.
Yeah.
But what we have been doing in the last little bit is we've been making a new record, and that's off in the mastering engineer's hands at the moment. So we finished the mix, last week or something?
Yeah, it was last week, and Sir Paul Blakey has the track in his hands for some final gold dusting.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So tell us a bit about the song, Dan. What's it called? What's it about?
Well, I'll tell you, I've been thinking about this, and I've been writing haikus, and I've written a number of them. So I'm going out with a haiku. Would you like me to share the haiku about the song?
Get into it.
So it's a traditional kind of a haiku that follows the... it's got 17 syllables for those of you playing at home. The haiku, 17 syllables, follows the 5-7-5, 3 lines, 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. And here's the count on the day's haiku. And it sums up the song, I think, perfectly. A song about cats. A song about people too. Lessons in living.
Very good.
There it is. That's what the song's about.
Love it.
There you go. So when we say it's a song about cats, it literally was about Dan's cat, right?
Yeah, it's about... it's written from a cat's perspective, and it's about lessons that can be learnt about perhaps slowing down and appreciating the simple things in life, I think.
Yeah, unreal. And that's kind of the philosophy we took into pre-production and production and mixing and recording and all that kind of stuff. It was really about enjoying the things in simplicity and natural form. But yeah, it was a pretty fun recording process. We documented the whole thing through education process that we're kind of going through and building a production course. And this was the song that we used as the baby that was going through from inception to full production and mix and pre-production and all that kind of stuff. So that was really cool. Got my kids involved to sing some backing vocals and stuff as well, and made a big choir out of that. So
we should have done a Fender reveal.
But yeah, it's coming out shortly. So
it's a fantastic song, and it has taken us a year because that's traditionally how we operate anyway. But yeah, from where it began as a little acoustic number to where it's ended up, it's certainly one of my favourite songs. That
Gathered
I think
steam, it definitely did.
We've
I
produced.
remember coming in to do, what was I in here for? Probably just moral support, watching you guys do some takes, and Brad had already played the piano part with full vision of what was going to come of it. And I was like, wow, this sounds like I'm in New Orleans or something. Like,
yeah.
Going over these very smooth tracks, and then the way it all came together when the layers got added, it's the way it was conceived is very cool.
The other thing I love is it's nearly a 5-minute track, which is
and I don't like it ending, to be honest.
Yeah,
could loop that.
Yeah,
out,
you sure could. Yeah,
it does have a lovely,
live we can.
lovely choir element, like Brad mentioned, and the Hosking family choir is responsible for that.
Yeah, we have the fruit of the man's loins doing the BVs.
That's right.
Layer upon layer. It absolutely works.
Yeah, highlight of the track.
Yeah, the thing that I like about it too is it was pretty collaborative from an ideas and production idea point of view as well. Dan had ideas and we chucked them in. Julesy had some ideas for guitars and stuff, even like with those lines and big fuzzy distorted guitars and stuff that we chucked in, and everything just kind of, yeah, all the ideas we threw them at the wall and chose what stuck, and that was a cool part about it.
Yeah. Now we just have to decide when to release it.
That's right.
Yeah. It was the complete opposite of if you'd seen the one song, one day approach. This was one song, 1 year.
Yeah.
While we all took holidays and did stuff.
Not that we were working on it for a whole year, but
No.
but yeah,
Simmering.
a day every month here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. Like Queensland Builders. Anyway.
all right. So let's we'll update you all with where that song's going and how it's coming out and when you can hear it shortly. But I think now it's time for JK's multi of the week.
JK's multi of the week.
All right, JK. You've been away. You've been in
I've been away.
Scandinavia for a little while.
Yeah, no, you hold on to that, mate. I'll only waste that.
Itchy to get your fingers on the sports bet again.
And after the 12-month hiatus and costing you all of your money, decided to come back with something a little more steady. We've been into the World Cup cricket quite heavily of late, and I've had a solid one that's come up a few times, but the only thing is you need to be a sports bet punter, not advertising any agency in particular, but they do offer a $6 to 1 payout if there is a run out and a stumping and a duck in one game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so some of the low-hanging fruit, I've thought, and it's got up quite a few times. Generally ended up square because of the other rot I put on, but that 6 to 1, I would recommend it.
That's pretty good.
Have a crack, especially if there's a bit of disparity in the sides.
Any of the games too. That's a good
And
I
I've picked it up last ball of the game twice.
Is that right?
Because the number 11 will dance down the track, try and cart one for 6 and get stumped. So that is my low-hanging fruit.
Julesy.
It's not exactly a multi, but there's 3 things involved.
I can dig it.
Twice I picked it up in the first dig as well.
For $6, that's
6 to 1.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
So DC, that's $300 there.
Who's your call for World Cup winner? It's got to be India, doesn't it?
It's got to be India for mine.
Yeah, the only team that I think could knock them off is South Africa, really.
Yeah.
Australia has to be properly on their number 1 game, but
I think so. I wouldn't write off the Kiwis because I think they are big. They can do it on their day, but I don't know. Pakistan, if they make it through, I've seen them get rolled for 55 as well, so they can fall over as well.
yeah.
I actually think Australia have a chance, but
Yeah. So the semis, you reckon Australia plays South Africa, India play New Zealand?
yes, I don't think Pakistan will get there.
Yeah.
And I think we'll knock out bangers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but it's hard to go against India.
Oh, yeah. At home.
Yeah.
In front of...
Yeah. And as
10
much as
billion
I
fans.
think he's a bit of a villain, that Kohli is a big match player and might be easy.
Oh, get him
low
back in.
hanging fruit. It
I'm
might be
all
the
about it.
favourite on across the odds, but he'll probably do something in the final.
Or Rohit.
Yeah. Also, Bumrah to take 2 wickets
Oh, yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good call. Good call.
He's a machine.
Well, there's plenty of fruit to pick from there for JK's multi of the week.
You
That's
could
some,
lose money everywhere with people.
there's some nuggets there.
You're all
Julesy.
over it, Jules. Have you got time to do anything else other than
That's my
travel the
problem,
world
Lizzie.
and
I don't have
hunt?
time. And that's why we haven't recorded for 12 months.
This is the first value you've seen all year.
It's all about balance.
All right, beautiful fellas. How we going? You're falling. Oh
Yeah, I'm good.
Falling behind, boys. It's time it takes to drink 2 beers.
You're relishing
Yeah,
that.
that's it. I've got a little something for the studio. A little hat.
From Lord.
Stitched.
Oh my gosh!
Stitched.
Wow, that's amazing.
I got it home. My dog saw it, and I thought she's been after it all week. And went, I'm taking it to the studio.
Look at that. That is gorgeous.
Throw a little seam up to the camera there, BH.
Just get that
There you go.
across the first
Oh.
slip and a bit of outswing.
Coming in at the left-hander,
Wow, that's gorgeous,
isn't it?
mate. That's taken pride of place.
It's even got a bit of a smell
It's
to
got
it.
a bit of weight.
Oh, if you peg that at someone's head, they'd know about it. Or shin.
Almost looks like the Carlton emblem on there too.
I know,
Jules,
I know.
If you don't have your glasses on.
Cricket tragics over here at City
Isn't
Over
it?
Sand.
It's like just holding it's like being Joel Garner, isn't it? It's about the ratio
No doubt.
that's coming in at you. Try and keep that one away
Yeah,
from you.
That's coming into the left-hander.
Oh,
Beautiful. Thanks, JK. That's
Ah.
unreal.
I couldn't bring too many things home. I just bought like flat shit to fit in my case. That's the only round thing I bought back.
Yeah, so for those playing at home, we'll chuck some pictures up on the screen, but Jillsy's been in Scandinavia looking at the Northern Lights, haven't you?
And I found them. They are not a myth.
Yeah. There you go.
No, just in short, flew to London, cruise boat all the way up through Norway for a Northern Lights cruise. And I can confirm they are pretty amazing.
Jules, are you sure it was the Northern Lights or was it the 14 alcohol limit?
They did allow 14 beers a day, but they didn't allow you to smoke anything on that ship, DC, so I can confirm they are
What are they
lights.
counting your beers?
Hey?
Are they counting your beers?
They were. I was
Rationing. It's called rationing.
rationing. Yeah, a responsible service.
Was it included in the
beers, it was
package?
14 drinks, so you could have had 14
drinks.
Long Island ice.
Is that right?
And plenty of people.
Or is it 14 in your package, or is that what
Per
the
day.
maximum? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Was there a higher package, or that was the highest?
You sure there was the Northern Lights or was that just
That's what I,
figment?
No, it was real. And I didn't even get a hangover on that boat.
Yeah, it's because you're on holidays.
Yeah.
Holidays and hangovers don't go together.
And they serve all these green juices in the morning, like straight out of blender, and I'd just do them like shots.
Yeah.
Fresh
every
sea
single
air.
morning.
They
But
count as your drinks.
they don't count as drinks. So I smashed all of the healthy stuff. Ate like an absolute pig.
Good on you.
Couldn't keep up with any American though, but I ate like a pig. And yeah, tell you what, there's some ordinary music though.
Was there on the boat?
I mean, they were good. They did their job. Yeah. But no, entertaining. Very entertaining.
Speaking of music, what have we been listening to, fellas? Next segment, DC. What have you been listening to?
Hang on, let me put my little glasses on here. I've been listening to quite a bit actually.
Don't mind those rims, DC. I haven't seen them.
Yeah, look, I've been wearing glasses for 5 years, and tonight's actually the first night that I've pulled them out, other than sitting in front of a computer at work. So.
Maybe next podcast.
It's just time.
Mine will be
it's
on.
just time, isn't it? Let me have a look. How many do you want?
Mate, you tell us.
Okay, I'm going to rip through these.
If you steal one of mine, I'll be spewing because I've got one.
No, I won't.
Go.
Okay, there's a band called the Trans-Pacific. They got a song called Invaders, and I heard it just the other day, and it's just a great rock song. Dave Ampflett,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
drummer Dave from
Yeah.
Cheesecake.
Oh,
It's
serious?
one of his projects that he's flogging at the moment online.
Oh, well,
so have a look at it.
I'm in. It'll have good drumming.
Trans-Pacific, yeah, great track. I've been listening to this record over and over again. It's kind of not something I always listen to, but Rufus Wainwright, son of Loudon, brother of is it Martha?
But
I can't remember.
you can see we
Anyway.
don't rehearse anything.
He's got a new album out covering some folk songs. There's a song in there called Heading for Home. But the whole album's great. I've been listening to it just about every day for a couple of months now. Have a look at it. Rufus Wainwright. The Feast of St. John by Glenn Hansard. He's got a new record out. He's a great songwriter. Made Up Mind by a band called the Brothers Landreth. I've probably mentioned them before.
Yep.
So they've just re-released
It's good stuff.
after, I think it's a 10-year anniversary of one of their albums, and they've done an acoustic version of the whole album. Made Up Mind is a track that Bonnie Raitt won a Grammy Award for
Oh, yeah,
recently.
right. Yeah.
I think last year.
Last year it was, yeah.
And they wrote it for her. But anyway, great songwriters from Canada.
Rates highly.
Yeah. A song called Black and Thunder by the Paper Kites, a great Aussie band. Freeman Square by Kurt Elling. That's an awesome track. Got to see Kurt play in Sydney earlier this year. World class. Another one that's close to home, and I've mentioned these guys before, Sweet Talk.
Oh, yeah.
Warm Love. Cracking song. Get
They're at the
around
moment-
it.
They're in WA at the moment. In Bunbury, playing Bunbury tonight, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the go, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Managed now by M. Duckworth.
Yes. And that's about it, other than the classical sleep playlist on Apple Music that puts me to sleep every night.
Boy, that's about it. I thought we had one. But
Yeah.
That's why I'm on Multi of the Week. And what do we listen to for the week? That's gold, DC.
One other one. The Tragically Hip have re-released an album that they put out 25 years ago called Phantom Power. Another great Canadian band. So get around.
Re-released?
Yeah, so they put it out 1998. It's called Phantom Power, and they've re-released it, remastered it, and put all these live tracks on it. But they're a bit of an institution in Canada. They're tragically hip.
It's a great name,
And
Phantom Power.
One of my favourite bands.
Great.
So
That's
have a
when
look for
Roger
that.
Waters like re-released The Wall, didn't he? Sorry, Dark Side of the Moon. Like remixed it and did stuff.
Yeah,
Have
right.
you guys heard any of that?
No.
I was just wondering about that whole remix thing. Do another lap.
Yeah, I think people were remixing for Dolby Atmos was a big thing. So Dolby Atmos is like a new surround system. thing.
Yeah,
And
okay, so that's the
That's
motivation
a big
behind that.
thing, yeah. But yeah, things
Yeah,
I've been
Dash,
listening
what
to.
do you,
Man, I've been listening to Danny Dyson. His kids go to the same school as my kids at Mudgeeraba State. But yeah, submitted a song called Say Something to the Gold Coast Music Awards, and it was like a standout #1 song for me on that.
Wow, good.
Song of the Year. Just an amazing song, kind of co-produced by another local, Mitch Finglas, and worked with Dan Hume, who's done a lot of Amy's stuff.
Yep.
But just a cracking song. Great songwriting, great performances, awesome song. So Danny Dyson, check him out. And I've been massively getting in my young white girl mode, and been listening to a lot of Olivia Rodrigo. Her new album, super pop, but it's a lot of the kind of stuff I produce in the studio. So yeah, great production on it, great songwriting, great performances, really great record, and been really digging that. When it first came out, I was in America when it was happening, and lots of long bus trips and stuff, so just had the headphones on and
great.
just kind of blown away for
Great.
lots of bus trips. So that was kind of cool, and yeah, it's just a great album.
Yeah, cool. Did you produce that, BH?
Oh man, I wish. But yeah, have a listen to that one if you haven't.
JK, what's in the...
Well, I've had a few hours of flying around lately as well, and have that schizophrenic like nature of music listening where I can go to this one genre to the other and back again and everything in between.
Yeah.
But a couple of them struck me. This might be left centre. I wonder if Dubs is watching, because Dubs is home sick at the moment.
Oh, Dubs.
Poor Dubs. But he likes his bit of heavier stuff. It's poppy heavy, but I'm going to go with At the Drive-In,
Ooh.
Relationship of Command album.
Moving back.
Yeah, moving back, but it makes no sense for me to be so into this album. And I've loved it for years, and it goes against a lot of things that I would usually listen to.
Yep.
For example, when my wife Ash gets home, it goes off. Like, she cannot walk into that house and that thing is going. It's like, I've just been at work and I get into that. Like, it's heavy, but it's not like growling vocals like I'm gonna slip my wrist heavy or anything like that. It's just good rock and roll. And there's Iggy Pop actually does an awesome track on it.
Does he?
But yeah, he does. He contributes just as Iggy could, only Iggy could pull it off. But it's like the guys they've written a basic song and then got a thesaurus, put it next to it, and went, how can we just absolutely make this a word salad with words you don't even mean or know what they mean sometimes? And you cannot help but every time I listen to it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And straight after that, I
find
think I
something
put on
new.
some Buddy Rich and then some Sting, and then I put on
How
some...
old is that album?
What's that?
How old is that album? How far is that going back?
Probably early 2000s?
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
20 years.
There you go. And GST. And then a bit of Father John Misty. Still can't get past Father John.
Gee, you've been riding him for a while now.
I
haven't you?
have.
Old Father
And
John.
then I found out BH played next to him.
Yeah, played in the same bill,
Yeah.
same festival.
Did you rate him? Did you
It
see
was
him?
great. Yeah,
I
it's-
rate him.
Yeah, it's
I
awesome.
totally rate his songwriting. That God's Favourite Customer album. I just love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
But-
you get into War on Drugs. If you like Father John Misty, I reckon you'd love War
Really?
on Drugs. Yeah,
Did you hear that, War on Drugs? I'm coming for you.
yeah, really, really good stuff.
And just to wrap it up, like I said, I had a lot of flying to do to get to Norway from Australia. Eric Clapton 24 Nights Live Deluxe now on Spotify.
Yeah, you told me that, didn't you?
There's all this other stuff that's on there now that we could have had in our youth.
Yes.
Yeah.
That now they've finally gone, we'll give it to them. But that's epic.
You did some heavy travelling, didn't you, Jules? What was it, 40?
I did.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Was it a 14 limit on the plane too?
They wouldn't let me do that on the plane, DC. It's all right. I got the 14 hours sleep in, so I could do that.
Did you have long stopovers at airports and stuff?
Yeah, it was shithouse.
Yeah.
It was 41 hours door to door from London to my house. 41. It's longer than a working man's week.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah, and sitting on your...
Yeah.
Just sitting. And you know when you're looking forward to plane food because it's the most exciting thing that can happen and it's shite. And you're just like...
Yeah, I try to avoid playing food as much as I
Now
can.
what do I do for 6 hours?
Yeah.
So that's why I was listening to a lot of music.
Don't
Everyone
they
else
pack it
is
full of
watching
stuff so
movies.
you don't go to the bathroom on the plane?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Can I just pause to see how you're all going on the City Over Sand Special Edition VBs?
I got about a gulp and a half left.
Because we were worried that we wouldn't be able to get through 2 each.
Yeah. Well,
Weren't we?
No
two
dramas.
Nurofen, 2 beers, I thought. Double box set.
So yeah, we'll have to have a think about what's going to be next on the menu for the next one. Any brewers, distillers out there?
What about making your own
That's right. Yeah.
BH?
Speaking of distillers, yeah, my wife and I went
Good
to
point. Good point,
Yeah.
JK.
We went to gin school in
Fine
Brisbane.
segue.
It's a great date night for anyone. Go to gin school. They teach you all about how gin's made, what different flavors can you put in there. And then you make your own.
Botanicals.
Yeah, they give you four different gin cocktails there. They give you some food. They teach you how to make it, and then you actually make your own gin. Then you bottle it and you take it home, a 500ml bottle yourself.
Wow.
And, yeah, they give you this app on the thing, and you choose from like 180 different botanicals or whatever, and then it creates a word pool or whatever from the ingredients that you choose, and it'll be like more earthy or more fruity or sweet or dry or whatever, and then you can change your recipe and it'll change the thing it'll be. It's pretty incredible.
How long does that little workshop go for?
About 2 hours. But it's unreal. Gin school in Brisbane. Now they've got a rum school as well, so you can go and do a spiced rum course, and they give you a 700ml bottle of rum that you've created and teach you how to make cocktails. And
Well,
I think the gin one's got to be better, doesn't it?
when
Because
I-
you've got more options there.
Yeah.
When I
The
think
gin
of
is
You want
hard.
sugarcane, rum.
I think
when I think of gin, I think of you, Jules.
Well,
Because I
that's
think
a problem.
you went through a gin stage when you were putting your foot down against the high price of beer.
Yeah, I'm back,
Remember that
back
stage?
there again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's since
You
that's
put your
happened,
foot
it's gone
down,
up
you
another
tucked into the
$10
gin
a
because you
slab.
didn't want to pay the
Yeah, I don't-
premium.
Yeah, especially when you're in Europe. Go over there and you see how we get pretty severely walloped here
in the alcohol
by
stage,
the wallopers,
Yeah.
taxation wise.
the wallabies.
Yes, they get severely walloped as well. But no, gin is definitely the most interesting of the spirits
Yeah.
for mine.
And
anyway.
it's so instant. You don't have to have it in a barrel for 2 years like whiskey
Yeah.
or whatever. It's like pretty much you just get your what do they call it? Food grade alcohol.
Yep.
And then you just have to have some kind of juniper berry
Mm-hmm.
in your recipe, and you kind of put the thing in almost like a tea bag, and then
Yeah, right.
and then it like they heat it all up or whatever, and then it just drips in. And then apparently you don't take the first few 100 mils or whatever because that can be quite dangerous to drink. And then you take the next lot of it or whatever.
Like ethanol or something.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it probably it'd be like the very, very high.
They might
level
sell
of-
those as shots out the front.
but it's instant and you can drink it straight away. So like gin is from a like economic point of view, it's very, very fast to make and
That's where it started, wasn't it? From a more
Yeah.
impoverished.
yeah, because people used
So-
to make it in their bathtubs.
Yeah.
Or the housewives used to drink it and make it at home, and
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
while the husband was off working, they'd be getting hammered
In the
at home.
bath.
Yeah, to be a housewife. But yeah, that was good fun. So,
I
yeah,
think we're
gin's cool.
I think we're actually distillers with a music problem,
100%, 100%.
songwriting problem. These.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Sorry, the VBs.
Got some weight.
Yeah.
Like that hit you in the nog.
Oh, bloody hell. Man, but if it came off the middle, it's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
golf ball.
Anyway,
How are you?
how are you guys?
Yeah. How's your week been? How's your year been?
Yeah, that's right.
No one's even talking to us.
The feedback on this forum.
What do you call a lull?
But yeah, if you've got any questions, send them in. We'll happily answer them in another 13 months' time. With some
Nothing's
more,
changed, has it?
with some
It's
more
13 months.
Melbourne Cup results from the year earlier.
Yeah.
You haven't changed a bit, Brad.
Nah.
Jules.
I'm not going
You haven't
anywhere.
aged a bit.
I can't afford to go anywhere for a few years now, so I reckon I'll be a little bit more prompt.
So how do we recap?
That's 2 beers. Hosking.
Oh, what? I lagged.
You lagged.
Damn.
Time it takes to drink 3 beers. All right.
I feel like I got a neck of VB.
You can get it doing a podcast.
Get in the old
Been a while.
All right, so I reckon we wrap it up there, fellas, eh?
Yeah, that'll do.
I think we're exhausted, aren't we?
We got through. I got through 2 beers, but next time we'll see you. Hopefully, we'll have a single out, and you'll be able to listen to it, and we may actually do a live performance of that track as well in the studio.
Count on the days. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears peeled.
Yeah, count on the days until it's
we
out.
need to round up a 16-piece choir, though.
That's right. We'll just get Summer and Cleo and all their friends in. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next Song Waffle.
See ya.
And this is Song Waffles. We waffle on for just as long as it takes to drink 2 beers. Song Waffles with City over Sand.